If you are still typing employee details manually in Excel, then this video can save you a huge amount of time in office work, HR work, admin tasks, reporting, and even student projects, because today I'm going to show you how to create a smart searchable drop-down list in Excel and then automatically pull related details like department, city, and salary as soon as you select a name. And this is one of those Excel tricks that looks advanced, feels professional, and is actually much easier than most people think. Imagine you're maintaining an employee sheet, student record sheet, vendor list, customer database, or any form where names repeat again and again. Normally, what most people do is they type a name manually, then they go back to the main data table, search for that person, copy department, then copy city, then copy salary, and by the time they finish one record, a lot of time is already gone, and if the sheet is big, mistakes also start happening. In real office work, these small repetitive tasks waste hours every week, and that is exactly why this kind of smart form setup is so powerful. So let's build it step by step in a very simple way. First, I have a sample employee table with columns like employee ID, name, department, city, and salary. And for today's example, I'm using names like Shalu Verma, Shalini Sharma, Verma Kumar, Dimple Arora, Bidis Singh, and a few more so you can clearly understand the workflow. Now on the right side of the sheet, I create a small mini form where I want to select a person and instantly display the related details. I type a label like select employee, then below it department, city, and salary. This small layout itself already makes your Excel sheet look much more professional, because now instead of directly editing a raw table, you are creating a smart interactive form. The first step is to create the drop-down list. For that, I click in the cell where I want the user to select the employee name. Then I go to the Data tab, choose Data Validation, select List, and in the source, I give a name range from my table. Now, the moment I click OK, I get a drop-down arrow. This means instead of typing names again and again manually, I can now simply choose from a list. That alone already reduces spelling mistakes, duplicate variations, and data entry errors. And this is why drop-down lists are so widely used in office dashboards, HR forms, invoice sheets, attendance systems, and reporting templates. But now comes the really exciting part, because just a drop-down is useful, but a drop-down that automatically fills the remaining details is where the real power begins. In the next cell for department, I use XLOOKUP. I select the chosen employee name from the drop-down cell as my lookup value. Then I choose the name column as the lookup array and the department column as the return array. I also add a friendly message like not found so that if the name is blank or incorrect, the sheet still looks clean and professional. The moment I press enter, as soon as I select any employee name from the dropdown, the department appears automatically. Then I repeat the same logic for city. Again, I use XLOOKUP, same selected name, same name column, but now the return array is the city column. And just like that, city appears automatically too. Then I do the same for salary. Again, I use XLOOKUP with the same selected name, and this time I return the salary column. Now, when I choose Shalu Verma, I instantly get HR, Delhi, and 42,000. If I choose Dimple Arora, I instantly get IT, Faridabad, and 62,000. If I choose Bidis Singh, I instantly get admin, Ghaziabad, and 39,000. Now let me explain why XLOOKUP is such a good choice here. Many people still use VLOOKUP, and VLOOKUP is fine, but XLOOKUP is cleaner, easier to understand, and safer because it does not break easily when columns are inserted or moved. With VLOOKUP, you have to remember the column index number, and if your table changes, your formula can start returning wrong results. With XLOOKUP, you directly tell Excel which column to search in and which column to return from, so it is much more readable and more professional. Also, because I added not found inside the formula, instead of showing an ugly error like N/A, the sheet remains neat and user-friendly. That is especially important if you're building templates for colleagues, clients, or your boss, because presentation matters a lot in office work. Now, a very important point for many viewers. What if someone is using an older version of Excel that does not have XLOOKUP? In that case, don't worry, because the same concept still works with VLOOKUP. For department, city, and salary, you can use VLOOKUP with the same selected name cell, and the full table range, just changing the column number for each field. So even older Excel users can follow along. Another powerful benefit of this setup is speed. Suppose you have to prepare 50 employee entries, 100 student forms, or multiple vendor details. Instead of manually checking every row, you simply select a name and the rest of the details come instantly. That means fewer errors, faster work, and a much more professional workflow. This is also a great foundation for more advanced Excel projects. Once you understand this, later you can build invoice forms, salary slip templates, leave application trackers, stock issue forms, customer selection dashboards, student mark sheets, and many more smart Excel tools. In fact, if you want to make this even better, you can later convert the source data into an Excel table, use dynamic named ranges, add dependent dropdowns, or even add conditional formatting to highlight missing selections. But even this basic version is already extremely powerful for real office work. One small pro tip: after building the form, apply a nice border, light fill color, bold labels, and maybe currency formatting on salary. This instantly makes the sheet look polished and premium and visually. This is exactly the type of Excel content that gets saved, shared, and sent to colleagues because it solves a real problem and also looks impressive. So if you want to work faster in Excel, reduce manual typing, avoid mistakes, and make your office sheets look smarter, this searchable drop-down plus autofill setup is one of the best practical tricks you can learn. Try it in your own file today using names like Shalu Verma, Shalini Sharma, Verma Kumar, Dimple Aurora, and Bita Singh from this sample data. And once you see how quickly the details appear, you'll understand why this is such a powerful productivity trick. If this video helped you, then please like this video, share it with your office friends or classmates, and subscribe to Shalu Verma classes for more real-world Excel tricks, smart formulas, and practical office productivity tutorials.